So Steve, 1-0 at home to Maidenhead this afternoon. What's your assessment of the game?
It was a tough afternoon. It was a tough afternoon for many reasons. One of the reasons being the way they tried to play the game, with taking as much time as possible. Even in the first half, 0-0, it was always going to be a tough afternoon mentally for everybody involved, even the fans, I suppose. And you're going to the second half and taking the ball into the corner in 65 minutes. So it was always going to be a tough afternoon. But the first half, the team we had out there was more than good enough to have done so much better first half. They seemed to play with no belief, which is the opposite to what I try and encourage them to do. For a few of them, it was a chance that they'd been waiting a long time for, and for the lads that play every week, it still wasn't good enough. There was nobody really. First half took the game by the scruff of the neck. It was very, very much back foot. It was we were defending a lot, and you couldn't see a more different sort of two halves than the second half, because threw the challenge down at them second half, and they responded, and they were in their half most of the game, and we were looked like the only team that was going to score second half. But again, we've given a team a head start, and we can't do that. But I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that. And that was the biggest disappointment of the day for me, the fact that there was so little belief first half and so much belief second half. And had we have played two halves like that, I've got absolutely no doubt we'd have come away with some points. Things don't seem to be going our way. I'm not saying that's the complete reason, but it seemed to be a blatant penalty again second half. The guy's hand was way above his head. I think if it's outside the box, he gives it, and it's near the end of the game. It's a big decision, but that's what they're paid for. And I think we've come on the opposite side of another bad decision. But all in all, over the 90 minutes, the way we played second half, the way we played first half, chalk and cheese really, and the lads have to get to the bottom of why.
And what was the message to the lads at half time to get that reaction from them second half?
Well, firstly, I don't think they should need what happened to them at half time from me. I think every footballer should be able to get themselves to that level. You're not always going to play well. You're not always going to be brilliant on the ball. You're not always going to find your pass. Your touch isn't always going to be great. But that belief and that endeavour, and that's what we try, and they're the principles we try and put into them week in, week out. In the first half, it just wasn't there. The second half, the challenge was the only way to get back into the game is to play that way, and we did, and we unluckily didn't score. But as I say, I'm just so disappointed that the first half, that we needed the half time to shake us up.
The only shot on target you conceded today was the goal. What was your take on that?
Got the cross in too easy, fell again, as our luck seems to be at the moment, just fell right to them. And on the other end, second half especially, they got like Halifax the other week, they just seem to block everything and hitting each other's men. And Scotty had a good chance with a header, and it was just we've just got to ride out this spell now, because what we can't do is we can't start overthinking it. We'll have a look at what we've got for Tuesday. Hopefully we'll get a little bit help for Tuesday, but we can't start panicking. We can't stop what we've been doing all season and the way we've been playing all season and the principles and the philosophy that we try to play with, because that's not us. We're not equipped to play like they did today. We're not equipped to play like Sutton. We haven't got the personnel to do that. So we've got to stick to what we believe and stick to the game plan and stick to our beliefs. And I think if we do that, we'll get that run again. We'll get back on song.
Yeah, it's days like this that you have to just take a step back and look at the sort of bigger picture.
Yeah, I mean, you could blame any number of things. You could look at anything going on outside the dressing room, but the simple fact is the team that we had out there today was good enough, I thought, to have beat Maidenhead. But if you only turn up for 45 minutes, then you're not going to win many games.
And what's the approach now going into Solihull?
Get them as fit and as rested as they can be. And again, that's a game in hand, and Solihull are flying, but that's a game we need to go into believing we can win. And I'm sure everybody does, and I'm sure everybody's hurting from that today. But that's gone now. Learn the lessons from the first half, take the positives out of the second half, and we go again.
Is there any individuals you'll be hoping or expecting back for that game, other than obviously Tom White?
I think it's only Tom. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get any of the injuries back. I think they're a little bit worse than we originally first thought, and I think maybe the fact that we've been trying to get them back, and maybe now's the time just to say we've got this break after Solihull, and hopefully after the Solihull game, it gives us a long spell to get the lads who are injured fit again, and if any incomings or outgoings, hopefully incomings, we'll be able to get that sorted. So we'll be be in a much better position coming out of that. But for Tuesday, it's going to be a very tough game again. It's going to be another tough turnaround for us. But it's a game we need to win. If we've got any, kind of thoughts on hanging around the playoffs, Tuesday's another must win.
Thank you.
Okay.